TV family. So this is going to be the last video I'm going to make for the night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my other ones. Also, if you guys are wondering where I get any of my sources for any of the videos, as always, check the YouTube feed or check the Facebook page, facebook.com/BlackGoose. By the way, I will be going live on Fight Night tonight, probably within the next 30-35 minutes. Y'all join me if y'all want. If y'all don't, y'all missing out, because my light heavyweight is nasty. We trying to get to the top. We trying to fight Canelo, Sergey, all of them, you know what I'm saying, on Yarde. But anyways, let's get to the topic at hand. This has to do with Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde just fought this past weekend against Kovalev. Impressive showing by Yarde, in my opinion. He lost, but at the same time, he showed that he belongs at the top of the division. So what we've been hearing criticism-wise actually hasn't been toward Yarde, it's been toward his coach, because his coach, obviously, before this fight happened, he's one of the coaches who he likes to throw out a lot of positive things, a lot of confident things to make sure that his fighter is in the right head place, which I do not mind that type of coaching. But the only reason I have to ever be against that type of coaching is when you never put in certain details in between these positive reinforcements and these these certain remarks to keep your fighter confident. You never put certain details in between to make sure that he stays focused. There's a difference between being confident, being prepared, but also being focused. You know what I'm saying? Being focused means you're totally thinking about what's at hand, what you're trying to accomplish, and the game plan that you have to follow to set that out. So it makes me wonder what type of game plan was put into place by Yarde's coach, Tunde Ajayi'S, hopefully I'm saying his last name right, was put into place to beat Kovalev. Now, if you guys were watching my live stream I did for the actual Anthony Yarde versus Kovalev fight, as well as the post-fight video I made, one of my main things I was saying, because I didn't listen to the commentary, was I was interested in hearing the corner advice from Yarde's coach in between rounds, specifically the 7th and 8th round, and if he was giving him certain instructions that could be successful during the fight, or tell him to make certain adjustments that could possibly give Kovalev some problems, especially in that 7th, 8th round, when he it seems like, which is now confirmed because I posted the video, BT Sport released it, which I'm not surprised because of all the criticism on Yarde's coach. They released the basically what was going on between both corners, Kovalev's and Yarde's, during the fight. They released that footage. If y'all want to check it out, go to BT Sports YouTube page. Check out my YouTube feed. I put the link in there. I put it on BlackGoose, Facebook.com/BlackGoose as well. So, and what was interesting to me was that he was doing exactly what I was hoping he wasn't doing, which in between rounds, rather than giving him certain instructions to be like, okay, you're doing good here, keep doing this, keep focusing on throwing that double jab, then that check left hook, and then go ahead and switch angles, or go ahead, use your footwork to get out of the way, then throw another shot. Or when Kovalev's throwing his jab, do this to counter the jab, or do this to stay out of range of the jab, or maybe you need to throw a couple more body shots to keep Kovalev from consistently using that. Just something, little tidbits like that Yarde could hear real quick. And maybe he's not dissecting everything, obviously, because it's a fight. And in between those rounds, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to recover and things like that. But those little things, when he goes out there, he's going to remember certain things and he's going to try them out. I was wondering if his coach was doing that. Unfortunately, what it seemed like from what BT Sport put out, and if you're watching it, he didn't do any of that. Now, obviously, this could come down to editing. Maybe BT Sport wanted his coach to look bad like that, but I don't think so, because they're from the UK, so I don't understand why he would want them to look bad. But you never know, editing is a bitch, and that may be the case. But just from that video, his coach was doing the one thing I'm actually not a fan of when it comes to coaches, and that's in between rounds, it's just positive reinforcement. I think positive reinforcement, in my opinion, this is my opinion right here, guys, is probably one of the worst things you can do during the fight. Because the thing about positive reinforcement is it can make your fighter feel good, or it can give your fighter false confidence because they may not be winning rounds, and maybe they need to win rounds. And if you go in and they give them the positive reinforcement, lions in the cap, give it your all. Then you're like, okay, well, I might be winning rounds, so I'm good. Or you can do something where basically you're keeping you're not allowing your fighter to relax, especially in a situation they've never been in before. So if you keep telling them to go, press on the motor, you can end up having them gas out too early because they're literally listening to everything you're saying. That's my only thing about positive reinforcement, especially round after round. I think it's necessary depending on the situation. I think if you feel like your fighter's in a certain position in the fight where it seems like he's a little too hard on himself, or maybe he's disappointed in how he's been performing during the fight, or maybe he had a bad round, then I say, okay, give him some positive reinforcement. Like, you're doing good. Don't be hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keep working. Keep putting out the effort you're putting out. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm encouraging it. But I still feel like you need to lace that with some details when it comes to the game plan that you want your fighter to do in order to succeed. I didn't see any of that in that video. I didn't see him do anything. It was just lines in the camp. Go, go, go. Give it your all. Give it, you know what I'm saying? Just over and over, rather than when you heard Kovalev's corner, it was a mixture. You would be like, are you doing good, champ? You're doing good. But then he's like, keep throwing that jab out. He's starting to, Yarde's starting to go for the feint. Like, those little things, when you hear those little things as a fighter in between rounds, oh, my feint's working. Okay, I'm going to use that a little bit more. Oh, that jab's killing him all day. Okay, I'm going to keep throwing out the jab. Or when you go back to your round in Yarde's situation and you hear, keep going, stay strong. This is what we train for, lines in the camp. You're not hearing nothing specific to do. So you go out there and you're going to do the same thing you did last round. And if you lost the last round, how are you going to win the next round if you're doing the same exact thing that made you lose the last round? So you need... That's what I was disappointed in seeing. You know what I'm saying? I do believe Yarde's coach is very, he's gifted when it comes to training methods, breaking down fights and things like that, just from the little bit I've seen. But unfortunately, it's like you have to adjust. I'm like, obviously you train Yarde to be a certain type of fighter, but if you can't tell him to adjust, or if you never gave him an option other than the one way that you trained them, and what I mean by that is, like, obviously everyone has their own methods of training, but you have to give them more options than counter punching, standing in the pocket and hoping a certain punch comes so he can react to it, or he can counter it and get the shots that he wants. You have to be like, all right, look, this is what we're doing isn't working. Maybe try throwing the jab out there a little bit more. Maybe throw the two and then go to the body. Let's focus on going to the body a little bit more. But you got to set it up with your jab, Yarde. You got to set it up with your jab. You're not using your jab, Yarde. Yarde, stop using that check left hook. You can't use that check left hook. You got to hide it behind something. The only time you use that check left hook is if you're in range. He's not allowing you to be in range because of his jab. His jab is getting you all night. So what you need to do is you have to parry the jab, then maybe throw the check left hook. And most likely he's still not going to be there because he's still going to be out of range. So you're going to have to double up the check left hook. Let that first one, when you parry the jab, let that first check left hook just to kind of feel him. And then, you know what I'm saying, then you take a step in and then you really throw it. You know what I'm saying? So it was, like, details like that is when I wanted to hear from his coach. I didn't hear from him. So it makes me interested to... Well, let me say this. It makes me wonder what they're going to do in the future. And I'm talking about his coach. Because Yarde has all the tools. Has a ring IQ. He has everything to be great in that light heavyweight division. But if he goes back to his coach, and his coach just does all the same training methods, and he says, and what I've been hearing from the post-fight interviews, I don't really like it, because he's saying, you know, we did everything we need to do. He was ready. He was prepared. He showed he belonged. And I'm like, yeah, but what are you going to do now to make sure he wins that? He showed he belonged, but what are you going to do for him to show that he is the best? And that comes down to adjustments. Are you going to adjust some of your training methods? Are you going to show him how to do this in these certain situations? Or even not that, maybe you yourself take a little bit more time and be like, okay, well, or take a step back. You know, okay, what did I do wrong? How did I not do my fighter justice? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to make this a short video, but I started kind of going into it because, you know, I respect Yarde like crazy. Yarde, I respect him like a motherfucker. And I respect his coach too, because that bond that they have, you know what I'm saying, is very rare. The confidence that he puts into his fighter is very rare. Like, I love seeing that shit. It's just, it sucks when you see the corner advice during the fight, when everything really matters, when you really need your guy to be there, and all he could say to him is, lions in the camp, we're strong, go, give it your all. It's like, brother, where is the actual strategic advice that's going to allow him, or is going to put him in the best position to possibly win this fight? Because that's not what you did. You treated it like it was a spar. You know what I'm saying? And not even a technical spar. Not even a spar where you're trying to learn certain things. Because if you're doing a technical spar, you have your coach in the corner or whoever may be fucking with you, telling you to try certain things, do certain things. When they see something wrong, they're going to tell you things like that. Like, yeah, you know, hey, that's just my opinion. I want to hear y'all's about it. What do you guys think about the corner advice that was given by Yarde's coach? If you haven't seen it, go check out BT Sport. They posted on the YouTube. I also got that link in the YouTube feed, and I got it on the Facebook page, facebook.com/BlackGoose. What do y'all think about it? And do you think Yarde can continue to be successful under this particular coach if he doesn't change his coaching methods, his training strategies? Let me know what y'all think about this whole entire situation, everything. If I missed the question I should have asked, just let me know everything. I want to hear y'all opinion on it. I want to hear what y'all think about it, y'all perspective, because, you know, it's a boxing game. I guess that's how it go, right? Remember, I'm about to get on Fight Night soon, so make sure y'all catch that. Stay up, everybody. Mr. Positivity.